So the goal of high school is to prepare students for life, and we're all in our 4th year of high school, except for Abby. But, by a show of hands, how many of you feel like you're pretty prepared for your life ahead of you? Okay. Well, there is something that high school may not be preparing us for, and that is parenting. Today I am here to persuade you that a parenting class should be mandatory in high school to graduate. As stated earlier, the main goal of high school is to prepare students for the real world. The common curriculum in most high schools consists of these things, and that's just your basic math, language arts, science, social studies, health, PE, fine arts, world language, and electives. And all of this teaches kids how to be successful in college. It teaches them how to get a job. It teaches them basic problem solving, but it does not teach them how to have children or like how to raise a child and the basic knowledge and skills that come with that. And many or most of us are going to start a family. If a parenting class were taught in high school, it would teach us not only how to be caring and thoughtful towards others, but it would also teach us how to be responsible for another human being. Catherine Bradley, a high school teacher, states that parenting classes can expose students to the impact of nurturing environment, the physiological and emotional development process, and the importance of education and effective behavior management practices. This chart is just another chart of what high school requires to graduate. A parenting class may be the most beneficial to teen parents, and this, I was supposed to explain earlier, but it's just kind of like the path of what parenting classes would teach. So that's just like how to basically raise a child. As I stated, teen parents are the ones that I think would benefit the most. This is the rate of teen pregnancy in the United States. 1 in 3 teens will become pregnant by the age of 19. That's a lot. And most teenage girls who become pregnant are often alone and have to deal with it on their own. Oftentimes the boy who got her pregnant will leave, and a lot of times parents are so angry and upset with their kids that they won't give them any help. So they're often on their own. If teenage girls who become pregnant would have taken a parenting class in high school, they would at least know the basic skills and knowledge to raise a child, and they may not feel so alone and inexperienced. My sister, who became pregnant at a young age, said that if she had had a parenting class in high school, it would have helped her out tremendously. She knew nothing about raising a child, and when she became pregnant, if she had had a parenting class, she would have felt more prepared for her life ahead of her. Another issue a parenting class would help with is child abuse. There are many reasons child abuse can occur, but one of the main reasons it can occur is simply because parents are inexperienced and don't know how to properly discipline their child when their child is out of control. This chart is a chart, and it states all the reasons, or they took a survey of all the reasons why they think child abuse occurs. And then they went and they interviewed people who have been convicted for child abuse or who have just had their kids taken away from them. And on the right, it says how many people agree with, how many of these people agree with these reasons, and 67% agree that they abuse their kids just because they didn't know how to properly parent them. And it said that they have lack of skills. If a parenting class were made mandatory, future parents would know how to properly discipline a child, and they may not be as apt to hit their child when they don't know how to handle, when they're out of control. The most high schools require about babies and raising children is sex education, and unfortunately many high schools don't even require that. Sex ed teaches the basic biology of sex, how it works and what happens, the risks such as STDs and pregnancy, and what can be done to prevent them, just basic contraception. But sex ed does not teach what to do if a woman becomes pregnant anyway, and it doesn't teach them about what lies ahead and what they're going to have to deal with. This chart shows the percentage of U.S. high schools that had at least one required course teaching, and at the bottom it shows what they taught. And as you can see, in the past, from 2000 to 2006, the rates went down a lot, and the very last one is the one that really got me. It said like only over 50 schools teach methods of contraception, and that kind of plays back to the slide I showed you earlier that 1 in 3 teens become pregnant. This next slide shows, in the red, it states where sex ed is mandated in high schools, and the states with lines through them shows where sex ed must be medically accurate, and only 6 or 7 states out of 50 require it to be medically accurate, which I thought was pretty bad. Sex ed is just simply not enough to prepare students for having kids. It does not teach them how to be responsible and a caring parent. It only teaches them how to become a parent in the first place. Overall, a parenting class should be mandatory in high school because it teaches the basic skills and knowledge to raise a child, which many or most students will do. A parenting class would benefit every student, even those who never have kids. It would teach students to be caring, responsible, communicative, and understanding, and that is why it should be mandatory in all high schools.
Cool. 1, 2, 3.